Australia has to change if it's to stop building soulless suburbs devoid of character and even jobs. And the plea has come from a surprising place. Australian cities are in danger of creating soulless new-build suburbs lacking in amenities and jobs that become the ghettos of tomorrow. Perhaps surprisingly, that's not the conclusion of nearby residents, fearful of new streets popping up on their doorsteps, or even local MPs, but one of Australia's largest developers, which itself is responsible for many of the country's new homes and apartment blocks. The comments were made by an executive at Mirvac, which builds everything from shopping centres to apartment blocks, on Thursday at the Boomtown Western Sydney Infrastructure Summit held in Sydney Olympic Park. Speakers at the conference were asked about the implications of a spate of shonky developments that have gone up in Sydney and other cities and how the industry's reputation can be improved. It wasn't hard to find an example. Just moments away from the summit venue is the Opal Tower, which was infamously evacuated on Christmas Eve 2018. Nearly 300 residents were forced to leave the 36th-floor tower after an internal wall cracked, causing a loud bang, and the building to shake. The luxury high-rise, with 392 apartments priced between $800,000 and $2.5 million, had opened just 4 months earlier. Opal was not a Mirvac development, but it has felt the impact with its nearby Pavilions residential development, which suffered no structural issues, struggling to shift all its new units after some buyers shunned the area. Mirvac's integrated investment portfolio head Campbell Hannon told the summit there were many different styles of developer, but Mirvac was focused on developments that created a legacy. Ultimately, he said, the community had to demand better during the planning process, which would also lead to suburbs and developments that were more curated. You can see lots of different parts of cities where that curation experience hasn't worked, he said. Simply dumping a shopping center and a couple of coffee shops into the middle of a new suburb with little thought of any other amenities happened too often. Often you have too much money for retail and not enough for other services, Mr. Hannon said. For the first time in Australia we have this new concept of precinct-wide planning outcomes. That's a really fascinating opportunity to ensure that we don't create the ghettos of tomorrow.